so much. Mr. Dilaja, Ambassador Comfort, Dr. Motola, Ambassador Lucas, Ambassador Rachel, and also my mentor, Professor General Ebora, Ambassador Ebora Charles. Let me make sure that I mention so that okay, Ambassador Bassi and Mr. Francis, Mr. David. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. If I haven't mentioned your name, I'm sure as time goes on, I'll keep mentioning your name. Thank you for introducing yourself on the platform. And thank you, Dr. Motola, for reminding us of the assignment to be sent to yyci.academic@gmail.com. Now, let's welcome our next amazing lecturer, Dr. Nodi B. King David, PhD, HFDBML, and Registrar, President of Awedu Business Management and Leadership Institute, Nigeria. So, if you want to know more about our professor, our doctor, let me know. Bridge the gap. Ambassador Nodi King David as PhD, DHL, MSc, BSc, FCA, PEM, and many, many more professionals, especially in the area of education, leadership, and business management. His excellence, leadership, and philanthropy. Dr. Nodi King David is a trailblazer, just as our Professor Patrick Mugega from India, in the realms of academia, leadership, philanthropy, representing the highest standard of knowledge, service, and integrity. With 4 doctorate degrees spanning human resources management, social work, hospitality, management, and public administration, he has established himself as a formidable intellectual force. His relentless pursuit of excellence continues as he embarks on a Doctor of Business Administration in DBA in Corporate Governance and Leadership at Anna University Business School, Abuja, further deepening his expertise in corporate governance and leadership. He will be teaching us to continuously on leadership and management. And Dr. King David has been tirelessly joining us, teaching us, leading us, even doing extra to ensure that some of our leaders contributed to the paper research of his event in Kigali. So I want to say thank you, sir, for that opportunity given to us. When my team writes, I also write. So I don't need to. So I don't need to write again. I'm a I'm a transformational leader. So we thank God for that. So these are the information, full information about Dr. King David. Feel free to get in touch with him for more of his wisdom, knowledge, and experiences. So allow me now to welcome Dr. King David to lead us through another 1.5 hours, if not 2 hours, of his lectures.
Well,
You're welcome, sir.
thank you. Thank you, Prof, for the wonderful opportunity. I don't know if today will be my last class or I still have Monday next week before I travel to be my last class.
Yeah, it depends on
Just
your
okay.
preparation because we don't want
Yeah,
to
I'm okay. I'm okay.
distracted
I'm done with
with
everything I needed to
okay.
do.
Okay, so
So,
if he's really fully happy about it and is making sure that everything in Kigali is well organized, he might be joining us next week, Monday again, but agree with me that the last Monday, I might release him to focus fully because the program in Kigali, I am 100% fully involved and I believe in excellence. So I don't want anything to distract him. So if he can join us next week, Monday, that is fine. We are happy to have him. But the last Monday, we will decide. He will decide if it is okay for him to join us.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Over to you.
So thank you, Prof. Yeah, thank you, Prof. We definitely try to join. So I think next week, Monday, will be my last day.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm going to test the knowledge so far for the student. They are going to write a mini test.
Okay.
So because I'm not going to come back again. So please get prepared and don't be scared.
Okay.
Once you mention
Next
tests like
week.
this, people will now start complaining that they have one activities or the other just to give excuse.
Mm,
There's nothing to afraid of. In fact, the reason of the little test just to try to know at least you have a little knowledge of what we have done so far. No one is a failure, and that is why most of the time we give lectures, we give our phone numbers. Feel free to reach out to us. It's not only when you have class. At least if you have one or two questions, something bothering you, open up. We are always here to meet all the demand. Or at least most of the time when I wanted to do something, I'll call Prof, what is your idea? How do you think about this? We contribute together and we flow. So I don't want to wait until, oh, we have class before I'm going to ask Prof questions. It does not make any sense. So that is the essence why a platform like this being created for networking, questions and answers, and also to build yourself. So far, so good. Yes, YYCI International are giving me some privilege and opportunity to meet with some personalities I've never met before. In my life, I don't even think if I will know these people. But here is a platform that I've able to connect them one by one. And it's really amazing that we are doing extremely great. You will agree with me that some people, when we started, it looked like a joke, but we are growing very well. And the masterclass has a lot of testimony. People will testify to say, yeah, they learned something, more especially the aspect of the practical. And I believe every lecturer will deem it fit to come for this training, to facilitate for this training, are able to at least create that time, not for themselves alone, but at least to share their knowledge with you. Don't think we don't have something doing. Time is money. Every second we spend is money. For me, I value my time 24 hours. And I cannot waste time to do research, combine work together. And by the time I want to come to class to lecture, see only two or three students, it will not make sense.
mm,
So that is why we encourage students to fully involve. You know, when you prepare lectures to come, you are expecting that you want to see a number of students to participate. At the end of the day, see only one or two. It's going to weak your spirit
mhm.
because there won't be interaction, no collaborations. It's just like you're talking to yourself alone.
It's
So I
true.
believe this class this morning is going to be an interactive class. Thank God that at least Prof gave me 2 hours and the material already prepared. It's more than 1 hour, 30 minutes. So it's going to be an interactive session where I will talk, you also talk. I am learning, you are learning, and we flow together. So I just have two topics to share with us, but I'm going to take one today. If time willing, I can take the two today. Then next week we just write test and we call it a day. Then we can be sharing our experience by next week, if time permit. Because one thing, there's a concept I developed why in management we call it "and while you learn." You know,
Mm,
most times students enroll into university institutions program and they find difficult that money, which is finance, might enable them not to further their education because of lack of finance or who to sponsor them.
mm.
So we already have that concept that while you are still in school, while you are still furthering your education, you can still earn money. So
Yes.
if at the end of this class, I can able to do a little review on that particular topic,
Mm.
why we call it a day. The first thing we have to look at this morning is what we call branding and identity.
Wow.
Branding and
Wow.
identity. Please, I want a full focus. Like I say, okay. Oh, this Y.Y.C.I, so this one will come later. I'm sorry. By the time we finish the branding and identity, the Y.Y.C.I is going to come later. We still have time to handle that today. Branding and identity. Okay, so far so good. When you heard of branding and identity, what comes to your mind? Who can define? Is there any difference between branding and identity? Are they together? Who can try? Branding and identity. Please just your hands up or you can unmute yourself and speak. Branding and identity. I just wish most of us who is involved in graphic design are here on this platform so that we can blow our mind together. We see a lot of mistakes we made while we are doing design. Branding and identity. Who want to say something?
They will say something. Definitely, they will say something. So, Mr. Lekar,
Branding.
it's either you raise your hand, please raise your hand, or you type on the chat box. What do we mean by branding? We are now reasoning together. We need to think because I know some of you will know what branding is, and sometimes you might feel reluctant to share it. But this platform is free for everyone to open their camera if you really want to learn from Dr. King David. You also need to respond quickly. Quickly, what do you mean by branding, Mr. Lekara? Ambassador.
Good everyone.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Branding is the overall process of creating unique image, perception, or emotional connection in mind, customer. Then, as I say, identity is the collection of visual image or elements that company creates to identify their company to customer.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Someone to have dropped something, I think, at Omotola.
Yeah, I
Say
was just
branding
about to
is a
call him.
process of creating a unique image and perception for a product, service, or organization in the minds of the consumers. Okay. Okay. Why? Okay. Then it involves elements like logos, slogans, colors, tone of voice, and messaging. Okay. That is branding. Then what about identity? If that be the case, what about identity? Motola, what about identity? Can you quickly type that? Victor Leclerc also say something. Okay. Now let's proceed. Why we also get your opinion? Okay. She's typing, saying something. Yeah.
Okay, another.
Branding is the process of creating a distinct identity for a product, service, organization, or individual in the minds of target audience. Okay. Two.
That
What
is
of identity? All these are branding.
good.
And Basti, Matelia. Okay. Then what of identity?
Identity, please quickly respond. Quickly respond. Okay, right. Dr. Motala, identity refers to the visual and emotional components that represent the brand. Okay, Dr. King. Dr. Motala
Thank you
is
very much.
responding.
That's good. That's good. So you cannot say that some people mix up together. You say branding, you say identity. You may call it the same, but they are two different things. They are two different things. Well, let's look into one after the other. Introduction. Every person, business, product, or service is known for something. Every individual, every organization, every service you render, every product you offer is known for something. Maybe it might be the way you talk, the way you look, what you do, or how people feel about it. Branding is what people feel about you, what people say about your product, what represents you. How do they react? The perception of the public about you. This is what we call branding and identity. Branding is how people see you and remember you. Why identity is what makes you different from others. Please understand the two concepts. Branding is how people see you and remember you. Why identity is what makes you different from others. It is more than just a name. Maybe once you see a name, you say, oh, this is my identity. It's more than just a name or logo. It is a full personality in the eyes of the public. Before, or maybe before the end of the class, we are going to know that your branding starting from you as an individual, from the inside, before you reflect outside. That is why we keep telling people that even your dressing appearance matters a lot, because the way you appear in the public, they are going to tack it to your brand. When you are being invited in an occasion, your dress code matter is going to attract people and also bring out people's perception about your kind of personality. So branding is not about your logo or your slogan. It is the full personality in the eyes of the public. When they mention Professor Queen Elizabeth, what people say about her, what are other people's perception, their view about YYCI International. So from the colors you use, the way you speak, and the kind of experience people have with you, your brand tells a story. Your brand tells a story. Your brand tells a story. In today's world, where many people and businesses are doing the same thing, your brand is what helps you stand out, attract attention, and build trust. You should know, your brand is what makes you stand out, attract attention, and build trust. Look, even if you are doing competition, you must make yourself unique and different compared to others. There should be something that you should be known for. You don't need to be everywhere. Remember when we tried to talk about, last week, when we talked about business level strategy, when we mentioned from the cost leadership to differentiation to focus group, I say, choose one. Don't be everywhere. The same thing to brand. Your brand is the uniqueness of you, something that represents you out there, what people say about you. So whether you're a student, an entrepreneur, or a content creator, or an organization, knowing how to create and manage your brand and identity is a powerful skill that opens many doors. When you can manage your brand very well, in fact, forget about any other thing. It's a powerful key and skill that opens many doors for you. In this lesson this morning, we will be exploring the basis of branding and identity, introduce some new and fresh concepts that you will likely never heard before, and show you how anyone, including you in particular, can build a strong and unforgettable brand. What is branding? In the simple terms, branding is how people see, feel, and think about a person, which is you, product, company, or service. I repeat again, as in the simple terms, branding is how people see, feel, and think about a person, product, company, or service. It is not just a logo or a name. It is the reputation. It is the reputation, story, and emotional connection people have with you or your business. It is the reputation and emotional connection people have with you or your business. A brand is not what you say it is. It is what they say it is. I repeat, a brand is not what you think that it is. It is what your customers, it is what the public, it is what the audience think or feel about you. That is a brand. A customer guilt feeling about a product, service, or company. That is what matters about a brand. So when you try to talk about branding, most of the time, we just decide to choose a color. Say, oh, this is my favorite color, it's my brand. Oh, it goes beyond that. Branding goes beyond that. And the perception of the public is what really justifies your brand. Branding is the ongoing process of creating, shaping, and maintaining a distinctive identity and experience that builds recognition, trust, and emotional connection over time, according to the Global Trends Report 2023. So branding is an ongoing process of creating. That means something you have to create, shaping, and maintaining. So after creation, you don't just leave it like that. It must be a continual process that you must maintain. You keep working on it. A distinctive identity and experience that builds recognitions, trust, and emotional connection over time. Your brand must be able to build or establish a relationship between you and your customer. There should be something that connects both of you together. This differentiation focuses on branding as a continual journey, not just a one-time action. So it represents visuals, storytelling, values, and customer experience. What is identity? Identity is a set of things that make you different from others, like your name, your look, your colors, language, values, and even how you talk to customers. Identity is a set of things that make you different from others, like your name, your look, colors, language, value, and even how you talk to customers. The question is, will you find it difficult to recognize the difference between a Hausa person and a Yoruba person? No, I don't think. Because once you see a Yoruba person, you will know. And once you also see Hausa man or Hausa woman, you also do what? No. That is identity. Their look, their language, their name, you also know. For those from Akwa Ibom or Cross River State, I'm always familiar with the accent. Once a Calabar person speak with me, I don't need to be told. I can tell you boldly, this person from Cross River or this person from Akwa Ibom. Why? It might reflect in the accent. That is identity. Look, identity goes beyond visuals. It introduces voice. That means even from the time you communicate, people can easily detect who is speaking. Voice, values, and behavior, forming emotional links. That is identity. Together, branding identity answer one big question that we must ask ourselves this morning. What do people say about you when you are not in the room? Very powerful questions that we must give answers to it. What do people say about you when you are not in the room? When I am not in the meeting, I am not in the family meeting, I am not in the cycle meeting, I am not in the organization meeting, what do they say about me? Very important. That is what we need to work on this morning as a branding and identity. Let's look at some concept of branding identity. There's what we call the EPS, emotional positioning system. Please, you can be screenshot them or you're taking notes, you just at least write the name. EPS, emotional positioning system. Emotional positioning system is a modern branding strategy that focuses on identifying and using a core emotion to guide how a brand presents itself. It connects with the audience and delivers its message consistently across all platforms. EPS means choosing one main feeling like trust, joy, freedom, or hope that you want people to feel when they experience your brand, and then building your logo, color, tone, product, and message around that feeling. Take for instance, how many of us that use Dove? We know this soap, Dove. When you use Dove, what do you see? Self-confidence and acceptance. Self-confidence and acceptance. That is Dove. So when we're looking at the EPS, what exactly you offer, the product you offer that derive joy in the life of your client, your customers. Something that you offer, your brand gives them joy. It gives them satisfaction. It gives them freedom. If you're into materials and someone tell you, please, I need a quality material. You know very well that this material, forget about that, you want to make profit. Why not just open up a 32 to your customer? Look, if you have money, why not buy this one? This one will last long. I will not fade up. But you still have the mind to sell that one that you know that's meant to fade up. And once they put inside water to wash it, everything change color. Do you think that customer will still patronize you again? No. So when it comes to emotional positioning system, we are looking at a model branding that connects the feeling of the customers to the product. It gives the customer joy and satisfaction. Wow, I derive joy each time I buy this. I derive joy each time I use this particular product. For those of you that use cream, there's some cream you use in your body and you begin to get heat lashes, some pains, because it's going to affect your skin. And there's some cream you use and it's very perfect in your body. In fact, even when you walk on the road, your friend will tell you, wow, I love your skin. What are you using? I say, well, this particular product, that is branding. Now, whenever you want to buy a particular cream, you must go and look for that particular one because you derive joy using it. That is what the EPS is talking about. When people use a product, you already establish a brand in the mind. You already create that trust. You already build that mutual understanding that even in your absence, they will advertise your brand to the public. Am I communicating? They will establish and also advertise your brand to the public. But if they use a brand and they begin to have a little effect, different disease coming out, they begin to see themselves spending money at the hospital, they cannot recommend such brand. In fact, they will tell you they're regretting patronizing you. Key features of branding. Just the way we are. Let's look at the EPS. Features of EPS. Focuses on emotional connection over product features. That means you are looking at the mind of the audience, not your product per se. Customer satisfaction. What will really attract these people's mind connected to our product? Builds loyalty by making people feel something real. Ensures your brand messaging is consistent and memorable. You have a particular brand today, before they load, tomorrow you have changed the name. You have used another name that people cannot be able to dictate. Use a particular name and it should be consistent and easily memorable. Don't use a name that people cannot pronounce, find it difficult to say what is the meaning of this name. Help differentiate the brand even in a crowded market. That's the essence why EPS is very important. Even while you're in the larger market, it helps differentiate your brand from the crowd. Example, we talk about Dove, which is soap and skincare. You talk about Nick, ERP motion, motivational empowerment. Zoom, look at what we're using today, Zoom. The question is, many people do not know how to use Google Meet, but we're all familiar with Zoom. And we are not using Zoom today. This is a brand. If someone asks you, oh, we want to do online meeting, what can we do? You will tell the person, please don't use WhatsApp. Let's use what? Zoom. Why? Zoom have created that emotion in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, that whenever you have a complete meeting, occasional meeting, you must be able to tell people that this meeting will be held or organized by Zoom. That is a brand. Why EPS matters? Traditional branding focuses on what product does, but EPS focuses on how it makes people feel, which is more powerful for long-time trust and memory. When your brand make people feel, when your brand attracted people, connect people to you, you are creating a long-time trust and memory. So don't just think of the money per se to say, oh, this is what I intend to make. This is the profit I'm looking for. Try to satisfy your audience. Try to establish your name in the mind of your audience. And you will see customers coming. You will see people coming. You don't need to advertise yourself. You'll be the one telling the world about who you are. Most brands focus on logos and slogans. But EPS says, look at brand from the heart first. Most brands focus on logo, the physical look. But when it comes to EPS, we're looking at building a brand from the heart. When they mention, yes, you can, what comes to the mind of people? Creating a brand in the heart of your client. It should be there. There's a hospital today in Nigeria that, in fact, even if you are the one that's sick or fell ill, you will not even go to the hospital due to what? The negative effect or names you have been hearing about the hospital. That means that hospital already have a bad reputation. But when you have a particular hospital, people are saying something good. They have a qualified doctors, they have the equipment, they have the this. That means they already created what we call EPS. They established that brand in the heart of the audience. And that is why you can easily refer people. Please go to so hospital. For those of you who are into catering service, if someone asks you now, I want to bake it for my birthday party. Oh, who can you refer to me? You already know between 3 or 5 or 6 of your friends that does baking. But out of all these of friends, you may already have the best that already established in your heart due to the quality service such person render. That is EPS. When brand is established in the heart of the audience, your client, your customer, your advertisement is less. They will do the job for you. Number 2, concept. Identity ripple effect, IRE. IRE. Identity ripple effect. It is a new branding concept that explains how a brand's core identity spread outward like ripples in the water, starting from the inner values and expanding to behavior, communication, and public perception. It remains your identity start from the inside and spread it out, like I said before. Everything about your brand, either you're a CEO, you're a manager, must start from the inside. That's why I keep telling people, imagine at the register of my institute, if I'm going to the office because it's my business, let me wear short knicker to the office. Let me wear boxers to the office. What communication, what information am I passing across to the people? Your brand starts from the mindset. That is why, yes, YYCI International, they always focus on mindset. Your brand is from the mindset, starting from you. So what is start from you, any other thing is easily through. Any other thing is easily through. That is branding. So we're not saying that the IRE means your identity starts from the inside and spread out. Before you conceive for a brand, you must first of all think. Don't just wake up and drop something. And don't just wake up and do something. First of all, think. Yes, that is branding. That is branding. So imagine now you are creating an image, you are creating a name for yourself. And while creating a name, you just go to Cybercard, please, so can you help me design a logo for me? What will take you if you use your hand and sketch the type of logo you want? That is when you go to the Cybercard, they will ask you, how do you want your logo to look like? Do you have any color in mind? Do you have a specific color that draws your attention, something you like? So that means it is not the public that will decide what you want. You on your own, you must first of all come up with your own concept to say, this is what I want for myself. Imagine I want to build logo for Wedding Institute. Then I should call Prof, I don't know where to start from. Oh, this logo, what do you want? I should be able to project the logo, project my concept. Then Prof will look at it to do what? Redefine it. Let it be that it comes from the heart of you. Then the audience will be able to grab it. So the identity ripple effect is saying that branding must start from the inner heart before it spread out. Even our action today, whatever we do today, is beginning from the heart. And it grows like that until it begins to manifest in the public. The ripple layers era. Why do we look at it? One, call center. When you're building a brand, first thing you look at it is what? Your purpose, beliefs, and value. What is your purpose? First thing you must look at, that is what we call it the call center. What is your purpose? What is your beliefs? And what is your values? My policy every day, I keep telling even people that live with me, they know that anytime it's 6 p.m., I don't go out. Either I will be within my estate or in my room. So that means I don't work in the night. You can't detect me anywhere. So while building a brand, you must understand your purpose. What exactly do you want? What exactly do you want for yourself? It's not what people want for you. You as an individual, what do you want for yourself? You can't just send a business name to a cyber caf. Please just give me anything you think. If you say give me anything you think, they will give you anything they think, whatever they feel. And it's not going to match and suit your business name. Every color has interpretation. Every color has a meaning. Every color has its way of communication. That is why when you give a contract to someone to do cake for you, during the wedding or during a marriage ceremony, you will see a cake designer is going to come to begin to explain each meaning of the color that he or she used to design the cake. White stands for something. I think for my knowledge so far, they always say white is for purity. Yes. Purple stands for something. Green stands for something. And blue stands for something. So your color means a lot. And that is why when you look at the ripple layers of array, which is array, you must look at it very well that your core value, which is your purpose, your belief, and your value system, is very important while determining a brand. It must come from inside before it comes out to the outside. 2, the behavioral layer, how you act, treat people, and make decisions. Your behavioral layer is how you act, treat people, and make decisions. That is your brand. Are you treating people fairly? Are you the one that talk too much? Are you the one that doesn't listen? Are you the one that refuses to take advice? It justifies your brand. Number 3, things you also need to understand while doing your brand is communication layer, which is your tone, colors, social media, and logo messaging. Let me ask you this question. All of us have used Nokia before. We know Nokia now. What is the tone of Nokia? Who can try? Unmute yourself. What is the tone of Nokia? If a ringing tone, if Nokia ring now, if you are using Nokia phone, what is the tone that come out? Unmute yourself, speak. Nokia phone. I think we're all friends of Nokia phone. What is the tone, or are we forgotten?
Nokia. I don't use Nokia.
Chaplain Brigadier General, Ambassador, sir. What is the tone of
Yes.
Nokia? Unmute yourself,
I
unmute
hear you.
yourself, sir. Unmute yourself. You don't know.
Okay, I don't actually know what to say about the Nokia cell for now.
Wait, David West, what is the tune of Nokia? I know you might have used it.
Don't tell me there's nobody using the Nokia on this one.
No, I know. I know the tune of
Okay,
Nokia.
Yes. Go ahead. What is the tune?
What, really?
Well done. So have you seen it? NTN everywhere you go. Once you hear the word NTN everywhere you go, that is communication. That means even if they did not see the logo, they don't see the pictures, men hearing the sound, you should to know the brand. That is communication layer. Am I communicating? Men hearing the sound, the tone, people should know that, oh, this is a brand. In Nigeria today, if Arise TV want to broadcast news, you hear a particular tone they will project. You just know that, oh, that is Arise TV. Wazobia today, for those of us that listen to Wazobia, once you tune 94.1, even if you are inside vehicle, going anywhere, nobody needs to tell you, only you will know that this is Wazobia what? FM. Because of the how they call it, the broken pattern, which is the language, the English they use is broken pidgin. Right? You don't need to be told. Only you will know that this is what? A Wazobia.
Wazobia.
Do you understand the point? So that is why communication is very important. We say communication layer simply means your tone, colors, social media, logo, and messaging. What does your tone test out? What does it say to people out there? What does your color say to people out there? That is why each time you see design for Wedu Institute, all my designs still center of purple. No matter you like, go from east, west, north, and south, you must still come back to my brand. How will you use red as a brand? And while you are doing design, you're using blue, you are using black, you are using this. So you are not consistent. See, I can able to use the same red, beautify the red in another way, turn the design upside down. The same brand, though, but you're using a different concept. That is why it is good. As a graphic designer, this class is very important. So that while you're working for people, give them what they want. And also, the ED or the CEO need to understand from her own self, what exactly do I want? So that by the time they design for you, you have right to tell your graphic designer, this thing is not done proper. Please redo it again. This is what I want. You see my staff, I punish them. It's not a punishment, but it's a training. I need the best. They will do a design and send to me or tell them, come, this one now does not speak to our brand again. Please go and rebrand it. Redo this. This is what I want. And when they do, I say, oh, sir, I'm really learning a lot from you. That is that. Because your brand must communicate on social media, the logo and everything should say something. The audience layer. Audience layer is what people feel, say, and share about your brand. These are the things you must understand. What people feel, say, and share about your brand. Now, maybe at the end of the class, they have a little roundtable discussion. Now, begin to ask one after the other. What do you have to say about YYCI International? You will see different perception. You will see different view. But at the end of the day, if all the views center on one thing, that is a brand. At least if 5 persons say something and 4 persons conversation center on one thing, know that is a brand. Because before they concluded on that, they have already know that this is of a value and is useful to them. Example of the IROE. We say core value means sustainability. Your brand must be something that must be sustainable. Behavioral ripple. You must using eco-friendly materials. The way you treat people, the way you approach people, what you do, it must be in a friendly manner. Communication ripple. You are green color branding, excellently message. Every color you are using must be able to pass a message that is mutual message to the people, not the one that is abusive or something else. Must be clearly stated. The audience ripple, people start calling it a green brand and recommending it. If your brand is okay, you see people begin to call you a green brand and recommending it. I will say something, I say in my orphanage, there's a set of people when they come to donate. There's a particular man that each time the man will come with Capriso, which is a children's drink and biscuit. So anytime this man comes to the orphanage every month, you will see children start shouting, Caprisoma don't come, Caprisoma don't come, Caprisoma don't come. Because what? They have used that to identify the man.
Yeah.
The one that used to give them ice cream, that each time this woman comes to the orphanage home to give children ice cream, each time she comes, our own is to buy ice cream for them. He made a year on boom, boom. In fact, even the little one we call themselves, ice cream woman don't come, but make her come out. Oh, ice cream woman don't come. It's a brand. The woman have established herself to make a name, even in the life of their children. You think they don't know anything, but the children already pick something they will use to identify the woman.
Let me quickly say something. Just as what you just said about this ice cream. If I don't go to work for a week, there is always 1 or 2 people that will text me up. We miss your smile and also your hug. Your smile and hug. So I think that is Elizabeth's brand.
Well done. Well done. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? What people say when you are not there. Why is IROE is a powerful concept? It shows that branding is not just a one-time design task. It is an ongoing ripple effect that spreads from who you are to how others experience and remember you. That is why you must continue to build on it. You must continue to build on it. Don't just say you're done with it, it's over. You keep reviewing because you want to give out the best to people. You keep reviewing. You want to give them the best. So if the inner core is weak or fake, the outer ripples will not also do what? Last. That's why we keep telling people that, please don't try to kill someone or try to oppress someone with a fake life. Whatever you are doing, be genuine to yourself.
That's it.
Be genuine to yourself. So if the inner core is weak or fake, the outer ripples will not last. Imagine you are doing a product and you're not doing it for the sake of profit making, and you're not ready to win the customer heart. What will happen by the time they use the product and everything got spoiled? I'm sorry, you can't see them again. So your identity does not stop with your logo. It flows outward like a ripples in the water. It flows outward like a ripple in the water. That is why, just like what Prof said, please, even in the school, that is why I see some students, they have best teachers. You see some children, by the time they go home, they will go and tell their parent, Mommy, you see this particular teacher, I love him. You see this particular auntie, I love her. It's one of my best or my favorite teacher in the school. Why? The relationship that teacher might have established with that child, the way that teacher teach, the way he or she does things, already creates an IRE in the life of these children that they will not forget. And anytime they don't see that teacher, in fact, it looks as if the school is boring. They won't feel satisfied. They want to see that teacher. Am I communicating? Number 3, brand voice DNA. Very important. The 3 concepts. Brand voice DNA. Brand voice DNA is a modern framework that helps define and shape a brand unique way of speaking and communicating based on consistent mix of tone, vocabulary, energy, and values. Just like how DNA makes each person unique. When we are talking about DNA, we're looking at what makes you unique. Your voice, your tone, your packaging. It may be your media, social media handle, the way you do things. What makes it unique that each time they see a message, because this message comes from so person. Just like the same way DNA makes you and I unique in our own way. Brand voice DNA is what makes your brand like you and no one else. What makes your brand like you, like no one else? It is how your brand talks in art, on social media, emails, packaging, or even in the meetings. We call it brand voice DNA. Just like when we try to talk about Nokia now, anywhere you go, you see Nokia. The tone, no one else can able to imitate that. You talk about NTN. Everywhere you go, NTN is unique in its own way. That nobody can duplicate it. That is the NTN DNA. The question is, what is your own brand DNA? Your packaging. I said something to someone yesterday that does work for me. I said, look, why did you package this thing well? You know what the guy told me? He said, because the money you paid to me was small. So I give you what you want. And I told the guy, you have failed already. If you cannot give me the best, it is better you don't take the job. You don't accept a job and give me below standard, and you say, because of the money I pay, if I need the best job, I should pay high. Then don't accept the work. You sew clothes for me, and you hang it in your hand, bring it to me. So what happened for you to put the cloth in a bag or put the suit in a suitcase? Wrap it. How much is a suitcase you cannot buy? And you say, because I did not pay you to a certain amount you expected. That is why I cannot provide suitcase for me. Have you seen? So when it comes to brand voice DNA, it's what makes you unique compared to others. Elements of brand voice DNA. Let's look at the element. 1, tone. Tone. Is a brand friendly, serious, bold, or calm? Most of the time when we have a conversation with people, you see that some of us, our conversation is like, in fact, most of us, when we talk, it's like we're abusing people in our conversation. Tone. Is a brand friendly, serious, bold, or calm? That each time people see you, they see your face like this. They're afraid. As an ED or CEO, automatically you represent your brand. So what will people see when they see you? Do you also wear that smile face? Prof just say something that each time she did not go to work, they will call to say they miss a smile that day in the office. You as an individual, when they see your face does not welcome the public. It's like a woman that your face is chasing the man that's supposed to marry you away, chasing them away. That a man cannot stop you on the road. Someone who want to marry you, because of the, what do you want? Am I your mate? You don't know your class? Then continue. So tune is a brand friendly, serious, bold, or calm. Vocabulary. Does it use a simple everyday words, slang, or professional terms? Very important. When you're trying to talk about a brand, it should be something easily communicated, well understood, that in fact, it does not need interpretation. That men looking at it, anyone can able to read and understand it. You don't do a brand that people begin to find dictionary, find meaning. How do I get the meaning of this? What is it talking about? Vocabulary. Does it use a simple everyday words, slang, or professional terms? 3, energy level. Is the communication fast-paced and exciting or relaxed and thoughtful? Energy level. Is the communication a fast-paced and exciting or a relaxed and thoughtful level? Then core values. What beliefs or principles guide your words? That is one thing you need to ask yourself. As a brand manager, core values. What beliefs or principles guide your words? E.g., honesty, humor, or empathy. What represents you? You have right to tell people that you don't sell certificate. That's why I tell Awedu Institute, whoever that is coming in, I say you must learn, undergo training, write exam. They thought I'm joking. I say it's not like other professional institute that with, hey, I'm already this, I have this, and please give me your certificate, I will pay. Oga, we are not interested.
Exactly.
So that tomorrow you go and tell the world, tell people that, look, if you need certificate, just go to social institute. They will give you on the front for waiting. Who does that? Honesty, humor, and empathy. What beliefs or principle guide your words? As a brand, take a look at this, very important. You tell the public, you open your office by 9 o'clock. You see that 9 a.m., people already have in mind that this office was open by 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And you are coming to work by 10 o'clock. You are already fair. You are no longer honest. That's why I keep telling my staff, I say, look, I went to office in Port Harcourt, open by 9 o'clock. But that 9 o'clock, you're expected to be in the office. That is 8 o'clock, 8:30. At least 30 minutes ahead. 30 minutes ahead. Your office should be able to open. When you say 9 o'clock, people should see that, oh, that 9 o'clock, you are already in the office. And you see how visitor will be coming. And even your closing time. That is honesty. Don't deceive yourself. If there's anything that will make you not to open your office within that period, also please communicate. Due to this, due to this, due to this, we have decided to shut our office because of this reason. They should know. That is why when you see bank, all the bank in Nigeria, if they are doing a maintenance on their bank and they know that their ATM might not work or their USD code will not work, they're going to send messages to all their customers. Please be informed that our online services will be down from so period to so period. Bear with us at this moment, pending on, because due to what maintenance and the rest of others. From so time, you can start using it and ensure that they meet up that target. That is honesty. So if there's anything that will make you to shut down your business, communicate to your client. They should be aware that this is the day you don't open, or because of this reason, you might not open this day. And we appreciate it than for you to keep them open or just keep them, how do we call it, hopeful. And by the time they come, they will not see you. You already spoil your reputation. Example, when you look at the brand, look at Apple. What is the brand DNA of Apple? Very calm, clear, confident, minimalist words. What about Twitter? Bold, playful, sarcastic. What about tech? Smart, curious, inspiring, respectful. put you in that number, what are we going to see as your DNA? Why it matters? In the noisy world, your voice helps people recognize you even without seeing your logo. It builds trust, loyalty, and personality. Have you seen it? Now, imagine you are in a vehicle, and in that vehicle, a phone or passenger ring. No, 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 no. You don't need to be told. Only you go, oh, that person using what? Nokia phone. That is a brand. You have not seen the phone. You have not seen the phone. But even in a noisy area, because the tone, I'm able to tell you that phone is a Nokia phone. So in a noisy world, will they be able to recognize your brand? Number 4, the mirror window strategy. The mirror window strategy is a model branding approach that says a strong brand should do 2 things. The mirror window strategy is a model branding approach that says a strong brand should do 2 things. 1, reflect who it truly is, like a mirror. Your brand should reflect who it truly is, like a mirror. It's like you placing a mirror in front of yourself like this, and you're looking at yourself and say, wow, this is who I am. That is why we are saying the mirror window strategy. Say that your brand should be able to reflect who you truly are, which is the mirror. Then 2, show people what they can become through it. Your brand should show people what they can become through it. That is the window. Am I communicating? When they come to you, your brand is showing who you are. Then another thing, if people come to you, who they will truly become, your brand should give that link and direct. That is the window. What they can become through your window. That is why we call it the mirror window strategy. This strategy means your brand should, 1, act like a mirror by showing your true values. Your brand should act like a mirror by showing your true values, purpose, and identity. Like I said, when you step out like an ED, what they see, they say, oh, this Yes You Can International. Take for instance, whenever you see Salvation Ministry Church, when they are praying or do something without being told, you know that this is what Salvation Ministry. Am I communicating?
Yeah.
Because every pastor of the church follows the same line of teaching. Their prayer pattern is the same thing. If Pastor Kumuye is preaching, you don't need to be told. If you like seeing a picture or not, you will know this is Pastor Kumuye. That's why we say the strategy means it acts like a mirror by showing your true values, purpose, and identity. Number 2, act like a window by giving your audience a clear picture of what they can gain, feel, or achieve through your brand. That's a window. Many people come to your brand because of what they stand to benefit. So if they notice that they have nothing to benefit from your brand, they are leaving. They are leaving. So your brand has a mirror that represents your value. You also have a window, what people want to benefit if associating with your brand. The question is, what will people benefit associating with you? Example, so you look at all these things, we say brand, look at like Nick, passion for performance and self-belief. The window is you can be what? Unstoppable. Coca-Cola, fun, happiness, global community. The window is a drink. This drink brings joy into your life. What are we doing Institute? Leadership, growth, and empowerment. The same thing. If you come to Wedu, you are empowered. Growth and leadership. So you can become a global change maker. People want to associate because of your brand. Why this concept works? Why do we need it? Most brands only focus on telling their story, but forget to show the customer's dream. Am I communicating? Most brands focuses on telling their story, but forget to show the customer's dream. Why the middle window strategy? You connect your truth with your audience, hope, building trust and emotional engagement. Why they come to you? They have that belief that their future is also safe and secure. connecting with your brand. I keep telling people, if a staff work with you, is the future of that staff safe under your care? Number 5, very important. The 4L framework of identity. The 4L framework of identity. What does the 4L framework say? 1, the 4L framework of identity is a simple model that explains how to build a clear and memorable brand identity using the 4 key parts. 1, the first L is look. The second L, language. The third L, lifestyle. And the fourth one, legacy. That is why we call it the 4M framework of identity. The look, language, lifestyle, and legacy. This framework helps you shape how people see, hear, and remember your brand by focusing on what it looks like, how it talks, the kind of life it promotes, and what it will be known for in the long run. That's what we call the 4L. Let's break it down one after the other. For example, the 4Ls. Let's say the look. The look, this is a brand appearance, logo, color, design, dress, packaging. That is the look. The look of your brand is a brand appearance, the logo, the colors, design, dressing, and packaging. Ask yourself this question. Can people recognize me just by seeing my visuals? Can people recognize me just by seeing my visuals? So the look is very important. You don't build a brand that you use one kind of fair color design. You don't even know the meaning. You can't even explain. And don't also do a design that is not also in the market, that you can't get it. Look for something that if you're telling someone to get this for you, the person can easily know where to get it from. Look, your brand logo, the colors, design, dressing, and packaging. Very important. Number 2, language. This is how you speak or write. Tone, choice of words, slogans, and messages. There's something I like about Professor Queen Elizabeth. She has never ever seen herself as the leader or maybe someone that's ahead. If she wants to send a message to you, she is your mother, she is your employer, but she will also tell you, good morning, my leader. What a humble greetings. Good morning, my leader. So when it comes to language, this is how you speak or write. Tone, choice of words, slogans, and messages. It will like drop 1,000 messages now. If I see the one from Professor Queen Elizabeth, I will know this is our message. This is our message. Because the tone of our message is very simple, well understood. And that is what a brand talk about. Ask yourself this question. While dealing with people, do I sound formal, friendly, inspirational, or funny? What do people say? Do I sound formal, friendly, inspirational, or funny? Sometimes people posted something for content creators online. You will see a particular audience will come to their comment section to say, you are not funny at all. I just wasted my data. So, you're already gotten the feedback already to show that there's more for you to do. Then number 3, lifestyle. This is the kind of behavior, values, and daily habit your brand support. Take for instance, this is very important because you are a CEO. Every morning that comes, you can go to club and lavish and make yourself rubbish. You are a role model. People are looking up to you. I keep telling my boys I don't go to club. And I keep telling I say, look, don't invite me to any party that is night. Any invitation should end by 5 p.m. By 6, I should be at home. That means, as a role model, in fact, your physical appearance, everything, talk about your brand. If you walk in now, in fact, some people will forget your name. They will say, oh, where do I enter? Yes, you can, don't enter. That means your physical appearance already justify your brand. Your lifestyle matter. When you go for function, the way you eat matter. How we just swallow food like rabbit? By everything. At least we should have table manner. So this is the kind of behavior, values, and daily habit that your brand support. What kind of behavior your brand support? Does the brand support you to drink carelessly? You are drinking beer, you are drinking Star, you can just drink carelessly, you become drunk.
Mm.
Does the brand support you to go to social media, begin to criticize people? Does the brand support you to go and look for who to insult? Do you know I'm the CEO? I have all what it takes? Or does a brand encourage you because you have the money, you should begin to go and oppress small girls and take advantage over them? It is a lifestyle. And your brand, your lifestyle speak volume about your brand. It might bring the reputation down or raise it up. You must be careful because people are watching. Each time I go out, I don't know, but people are watching. You must be careful. Ask yourself, what kind of life do I encourage? Hustle, simplicity, creativity, faith. What type of lifestyle do I encourage? It speaks volume to your brand. Number 4, legacy. This is what people feel, remember about your brand over time. This is what people feel. Because when you already create a legacy, impact, oh my God, even there's a song we sing, only remain by the what you have done. Someone said something that it's not about the duration, but it's about what? The impact. You may live 80 years, yet nothing to show. But you might live 5 years and there's a lot of impact. You may live 80 years, but you have nothing to show. You may live 5 years, but you have a lot of impact. When Prof was reading my profile, look at that, I laugh because my CV as of today is 130 pages. My CV as of today is 130 pages. And I'm still building myself. The question is, what legacy are you leaving behind? What will people say that they missed about you? Our former president died yesterday, and I see a lot of interpretation. I see a lot of interpretation. People say different things entirely. Some people are jubilating of his death. But here is a country that when a president died, maybe by today, everyone's supposed to be holiday. Supposed to be mourn, it's supposed to mourn the president. But what does he do when he was in power for good 8 years? Have you seen it? Legacy is very important. And this is what people will remember about your brand over time. So ask yourself this question. What story or impact will I leave behind? In course of your service, you are building a brand. What story, what impact will I leave behind? Let's look at the brand. Let's look at the look, language, lifestyle, all this one we're talking about. I don't want to go deep. Okay, let's look at that. Okay, Mr. Macaroni. Let's look at Mr. Macaroni. He's a content creator in Lagos. We all know him. Very popular content creator in Nigeria. When we talk about Mr. Macaroni, it's a brand. How does he look? He's red agbada, unique pose. You will know him. Anywhere you see Macaroni, you see that red agbada, he's going to put on. What is the language? Humorous, cash fishes. The lifestyle, youth entertainment, and what? And style, satire. And he's a Nigeria social commentary. They see the legacy. What will people say about you? Awedu Institute, they look academic, Afro model. The language, very bold and uplifting. Lifestyle, leadership, learning, services. Legacy, African leadership development. They have mentioned institute today in Africa that is building people. And within Institute of Business Management and Leadership will be mentioned. What will they say about you? That is a brand. Why it matters? This model helps both individuals and organizations create a strong, consistent identity that connects people on all levels. What they see, hear, feel, and remember. By mastering the 4 Ms, your brand becomes recognizable, relatable, and respected. That is what we're looking for. So when you talk about the look, the language, the lifestyle, and legacy, when putting all this together, people recognize your brand, they can relate to it, and respect your brand. Always remember your look. Beautify your look.
Mm.
Remember your lifestyle. Remember your legacy. And remember the language. Know fully whether people are really watching. People are really looking after you.
Mm.
Types of branding. Types of branding. We have personal branding. Sorry, excuse me. Personal branding. These individuals, like speakers or influencers, make themselves known and trusted. Personal branding. So you have to know that you as an individual, you also need to brand yourself. You thought it was only organization. Personal branding. Individual, you must brand yourself. So how do you brand yourself? Like I said before, your lifestyle, the way you appear, the way you do things, you are building yourself. Personal branding. Even what you are doing is personal branding. Development. Number two, corporate branding. How a company creates its own image and style. How a company creates its image and style. Then number three, product branding. So there's a mistake there. Product branding. Branding a specific item. Coca-Cola, example, iPhone, we call it product branding. So while you're also building yourself as personal, organizational branding, which is corporate, we also have a product branding and service branding. What I'm doing now is what? A service branding teaching for people who offer services like saloons, lawyers, consultants. So you know that there's a service branding. So every of this category has a way of doing things, the way they can relate with your audience. Then place branding, very important. When you visit a city, why today people want to go to UK? They want to go to London. Maybe because of the buildings, the environment, security, sunlight, and everything. People just want to see the place. We call it a place branding. Trust me. Sometimes when you have some friends, you know there's some friends that they would like to be coming to your house to stay with you. One, they believe your house is conducive. That means it's well kept, neat, well furniture, everything is in order, and they feel secure there. It's a place branding. When you cannot put your house in order, I'm using a house, not a home, as a practical example, and people visit you or visited you at once, and they notice that your house scattered, is not properly arranged, they may not likely come back again.
Mm.
So place branding, you are looking at either a city, a country, your house, where you stay, your offices. You must do something that will make people draw the attention of people that when they come, do not like to go back.
Mm.
Imagine you visit a office and get into the office, you see they just drop file, drop papers on the floor, drop things, everywhere scattered. People will not, in fact, you say, what is happening here? You enter some houses, only the odor alone, the company alone will chase you away. You will not feel comfortable. So place branding is very important. You must do something that each time person comes in, they will not like to go. Then number 7, cultural branding. You look at River State today or Nigeria today. When it comes to culture, in fact, plus River State, I give them number 1. Each time they have the festival, you will see culture. People flew in across the world just to watch their culture. Why? Because that is that thing that makes them unique. So when you try to talk about cultural branding, we are looking at a culture, tradition, or community stories to build emotional connection. People want to see what you do, identify with you. This is a type of branding. Why branding identity matters? So random 1, why branding and identity matters? There is benefit. Number 1, stand out. You become different from others offering the same thing. So that your branding make you stand out. Number 2, build trust. People buy what they trust. Branding helps create that trust. So people buy what they trust, and branding helps create that trust. Number 3, create emotional bonds. A strong identity can make customers feel connected. A strong identity can make customers feel connected. 4, charge higher. That means you get a lot of profit. Well-branded businesses can ask for more money, because when you have a strong standard brand, your price or cost of goods will also go high, and you're getting what you want. Last, win loyalty. Customers keep coming back when the identity matches their values. Customers keep coming back when the identity matches their values. Tips for building a strong branding identity. Finally, tips for building a strong brand and identity. One, know who you are. Know who you are. Start with your purpose and values. Start with your purpose and values. It pains me a lot that when you walk into some organizations and ask them what is your mission, they don't know. What is your vision? You don't know. Am I the one to create your mission and vision to you? Then something is wrong with you. So if you have a brand, a company, you should to write your mission, your purpose. Write it boldly, paste it on the wall. People should see it. You don't need to hide it. As they come, they should see it, reflecting. Number two, choose your colors and logos carefully. Choose your colors and logos carefully. Don't allow people to choose for you. Tell them what you want. At least make a sketch of what you want for yourself. They should match your personality. Your color should match your personality. Three, be consistent everywhere. Use the same tone, same look, same message on website, posters, and social media. Your website is saying something different. Your social media is saying something different. It does not, in collaboration, align together. There's a mistake somewhere. Number four, tell stories. Tell stories, not just facts. People remember stories more than data. People remember stories more than data. So your brand should go to tell stories. Number five, get feedback. Ask your audience what they think of your brand. That's why every time I lecture or teach, at the end of the teaching, I always ask people, what have you learned? And how interesting you think the lectures was. So ask your customers, your client feedback is very important. Number six, keep involving. Ask yourself or audience what they think of your brand. Ask yourself or audience what they think of your brand. Let your identity grow too. Ask your business to grow. So keep involving, ask your business to grow. Let your identity also do what? Grow too. So you don't just grow alone. While your business is growing, your identity is also doing what? Grow. Like for example, as of last year, the mentality I carried last year is different from this year. Because now I already see some international partners collaborating with the Awadu Institute. So what I'm doing now, also try to make myself a professional global brand. So that by the time those people comes in, they know that yes, they are dealing with another expert, not just a main look. So as your business is also growing, you as an individual also grow. Now, how will you also grow? Grow in physical look, grow in your communication, grow in your language tone, grow with your lifestyle. You can't be doing something bigger and you look very, I don't know the right word to use, but at least your identity should also increase. Number seven, use face-to-face voice. Use your face or voice for personal brand. People connect better when they see or hear you. Take a look at this. This is what people does not know. If I want to design a flyer today, instead of me to use my face on that flyer, I will go and copy one Oyibo picture and put on the flyer. I'm advertising the Oyibo person. What happened to my picture?
Exactly.
You know the mentality of Africa. If I use my picture, maybe people might not patronize me. They want to see Oyibo. Look, started creating your own.
Yes.
Use your face or voice for personal brand. People connect better when they see you or hear you. That's why some people, when they come to an office, they are looking for CEO. They don't because you place somebody there. You make yourself available. People want to hear from you. You are afraid to teach. Imagine, for example, I am saying, I don't have time, I cannot do this, I'm afraid to teach. Or in fact, people come to office, will not see me and say, after my staff are there, why am I paying them? They should attend to all those things. No, I am the brand, not the staff. The staff will come and go, but I remain. My staff will come and go, but I remain. It is my brand. So your face, your voice, very important. The last, be human. Don't sound like a robot. Let your brand show emotion. Be human. Don't sound like a robot. Let your brand show emotion. Practical examples. Apple focuses on innovation, simplicity, and beauty. Their brand identity is clean and futuristic. That is Apple. Today, everybody look at the cost of Apple. Look at Mr. Macaroni, just I always say, in Nigeria, his red agbada and what? Catafishes are a big part of his personal brand identity. Look at Coca-Cola. Uses the emotion of happiness in all its what? Branding, colors as slogans. Look at Dangote Cement. Uses strength and reliability as its brand identity in Africa. Uses strength and reliability as its brand identity in Africa. Look at this case study. Look at this very well. A little case study. A youth church group wanted to attract more people. They changed, what did they change? One, their logo include modern colors. They changed their logo to include the modern colors. That means the youth, they know very well that it was their forefathers or the elderly ones that designed the first logo. So when the youth are already living in the 21st century, they now notice that, oh, there's need for them to improve and rebrand what already has been done. So what do they do? Their logo, they changed their logo to include a modern colors. Two, their social media posts to use a slang and emojis. Three, their dress code to allow jeans and tears on Sundays. So you know some churches, you can't dress trousers for women. Women were allowed to put on trousers and come to those churches. We know them in Nigeria here. Just few churches in Nigeria that allow female to put on trousers. So what does they do? They allow female to also put on trousers or jeans and come to church. Then, four, their event to include music, games, and mental health talk. So they have to organize some event that bring in different topics where people can able to link and bring our idea together. Now, what is the result at the end? They grow by 60% in 6 months. Young people say the church felt like a home. Am I communicating? Imagine you're doing something and young people are involved. They have a role to play. Everyone participated. They grow the church by 60% in 6 months. What their fathers cannot do. Listen, a strong brand is not about looking flashy. It's about being real, relevant, and relatable.
Wow.
A strong brand is not about looking flashy, but it's about being real, relevant, and relatable. That is what branding is all about. Finally, branding is more than just a logo. It is how people feel about you, talk about you, and connect with you. A great identity helps you stand out, earn more, and build lasting relationships. Remember, you don't build a brand, people build it for you based on how you make them feel. Remember, you don't build a brand, people build it for you based on how you make them feel. Thank you. Question?
Wow, amazing, amazing. You don't build a brand. So no wasting your time building, because you might be building and you are not recognized. But people build it for you. They speak out for your work based on how you make them feel. Very important, very important. Like some quotes that I know from Michelle Obama. Success is not about making money. Success is about how you have made people feel. And same thing also with another quote. Education is not just classroom teaching. It's based on how you make these young ones or students feel. Amazing, amazing. Branding is very important for everyone. In fact, I was expecting all our students that started with us in this diploma program to have joined us on this particular, because this is high cake, or whatever they call that. Every one of us are thinking of becoming. Every one of us knows who we are. But for us to shine our light and let people see us, this branding identity is very important. Like you said right from the beginning, all our designers, website design, graphic designs, they're supposed to be on this platform to learn this very crucial. In fact, I'm going to challenge Dr. King David. If you haven't done before, I will challenge you to write a book on this branding and identity. You know, I like to challenge people. But no matter how busy you are, Dr. King David, this particular book, I want to see it. Branding and identity. Because you don't just teach it, you let people understand it for them to apply it. It's very good skills that every one of us, no matter what we are doing, either you're a student, you're a mother, you're a father, you are an entrepreneur, business owner, you are a leader, branding and identity is very, very important. So I want to believe that we get it straight that this is very important. Okay. I want to appreciate all those that have joined us so far on this note. I believe that some have joined us earlier, but because of connection or one thing or the other, they have to move on, but they will still watch the video later. But for those that are still with me this morning, my great leaders, the leaders of the world, honorables, ambassadors, excellency, before calling your name, start asking questions, please. Because Ambassador Dr. King David is ready to answer all your questions relating to designs, relating to branding, relating to website, relating to how you appear yourself in the interview. All these things are branding. The way you build your confidence, the way you want people to, the secret there that he just mentioned, if you can build your branding, you pay less of advertisement. I am a living testimony. Majority of what you see on the social media is not me about myself, and yes, you can. It's about how people feel. So all the things you see them writing, if I post it at all, it's because I cut and paste. It's how people feel. So let's hear from you, your questions and your contribution, Dr. Ambassador Omotola Shubowale. I'm now mentioning names because we don't want to waste much time. He also said that we're going to do discussion again, maybe for the next few minutes. But questions first. Dr. Omotola, you have questions? Mr. Lekari No Victor, congratulations on your paper summit. Your questions, please. What can doctors say concerning this, my personal branding picture? You are smart there. Someone is being smart. I don't know if Dr. King David wants to, but I'm not saying it properly. Maybe he can see the. I like this. I like this. Dr. Motola, you
I've downloaded it. Yeah, I've downloaded it.
Okay.
I just want to open it.
Okay. That's
Okay.
interesting. Interesting. Now, so everybody be ready.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. Let me share it. Let me share it.
Okay. So we can discuss about that. You are going to
Okay.
do. You are
Yeah.
going to do. Yes, you can as well. Believe me.
Okay. Omoto Solar Mastermind.
Um.
Education, educational excellence, mentorship, coaching, leadership, consultancy. Fostering support towards telling a success story. For more information, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, first of all, Dr. Omotola, where is your logo? Your logo, I can see your logo here. One.
Sorry, sir, logo has a. I thought my logo is that all those pictures, circle whatsoever.
They put there. Those cycle you put there has no meaning, no information.
Okay.
It has no communication. You see, just like you see my slides sometimes, even though I'm too busy. You see, most of the time when I'm trying to do a slide presentation, if I'm the one doing the slides, the PowerPoint, each slide has a communication. So also have a visual picture that speaks volume to what I'm saying. But because I give to someone to do for me, they don't understand to that concept. Do you know, for example, if you're talking about money and we're trying to explain something about money, people want to see a pictures relating to other currency. It might be a hard currency, local currency, or anyone, to show that men looking at the picture alone, they already understand what you're trying to say. Do you get the point? Now, this logo now, as far as I'm concerned, it has no meaning. Two, the second color you use, I don't know the mix of that color, but it looks like a calabash. If that is correct, I don't know. What is it? What this color you use? What is the name? The second one. The one has to do with education, excellence, and yeah. What is the name of the color?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Omotola, this color, what is the name of the color?
Are you talking about the writer?
Yes.
Yes. What color do you use there?
It's like an ash color.
Are you see? Ash, fostering support. Now, let me ask you a simple question. Yes,
I'm with you.
Your favorite color? What is your favorite color?
Green.
Green. Now, when you heard of green or greens come to your mind, what comes to your mind when you heard of green? How does it signify? What comes to your mind? When they mention green, what comes to your mind?
Seriously, I don't know, but I just know it's a bright color.
It's a bright. Now, look, if green is your color, center your design on that, but you can add the touch of anything.
Okay.
Look, what you need to do, first thing is Omotola Mastermind. This is your brand name, right? Which is the name of the institute or the organization. Am I right? So when I look at Omotola Mastermind, what are the functions or activities? What do you do? Like your services. You talk about educational excellence, right?
Yes.
Mentorship, right?
Coaching,
right? Leadership and consultancy. Okay, now this is what you have done so far. So all the same, this has to do with training. In that your logo, we're looking at, you can come up with something that has to do with building the mind. It might be a picture of a mind like a hair being cut with something you can able to, or a kind of educational, how they call it, icon that you can use to design your logo. It's going to also center on your color, which you already choose, which is green. Green. Then aside that, any tools we are using, it might be because when we talk about excellence, ensure that excellence reflects in your logo. Do you understand the point? What icon that represents excellence? Now, when it comes to mentorship, there's something people want to see in the logo. Mentorship is like maybe a group of people, maybe you're in the class, another person doing the training, just like what I saw in the picture there, with a laptop, maybe a round table setting. So you can come with something that is literally unique, or probably a leadership where somebody is at the front, another person is coming at the back leading. Or it might be a hand up or lifting. Maybe somebody was about to fall, then another person is trying to raise that person up. Mentorship. So you can come up with different icons you think that really got attracted and can tell a lot about this your service. Then consultancy, the same thing. So if you can get that, you already does what? Beautify it. So this is what I will advise looking at this. The first thing is the logo. The logo should be redesigned. I think after this class, I think you can private chat me. Let's have a concept together, build something together. The logo will be redesigned. If you cannot do it, I'm going to do a write-up. I will drop a write-up for you on how the logo will be sketched based on what already be written here. The logo will redesign. Then after that, we follow the normal format and what we needed to add while we do the final conclusion. So when you do the logo, you allow the designer to give you 3 different designs. Are you hearing me? He's going to give us 3 different designs. So out of 3 different designs, you will pick one, the best out of it. He's not going to just design one logo and we feel satisfied. No. He's going to give us 3 different designs. Still use the same brand or green we're looking at, but in a different way. Then we look at it very well, review it, and pick the best out of it. Is that okay?
Is that okay, Dr. Motala? I think the connection is failing at the moment for Dr. Motala, but I think she's got the message. So let's move on quickly. Thank you so much for helping her with our logo. There are another questions on the platform from Madam Comfort Freddy. And the question is, how can I improve on my branding on baking and edible items, which is not really appealing to the general public? I'm sure he's going to answer that question as well. Please send your questions quickly. It's very important. The time is running. But this question from Ambassador Comfort, I believe Dr. King David is going to answer it. So we're waiting for Dr. King. He's just trying to attend to very important call, and then he'll be able to answer your question, Dr. Ambassador Paul Comfort Freddy. I just got your message, Dr. Omotola. Yes, he said you have to leave. We appreciate you and well done for your very valuable question. Any other questions from others, please? And Dr. King, there is a question waiting for you on the chat box.
I had a little
Yeah, we
problem.
understand.
Okay.
We understand.
How can I improve on my branding on baking and edible items, which is not
Really
edible items? Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. Hello, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay, please bear with us and we'll be able to. Any other questions, please type on the chat box. And if you want to say it without chatting, you can raise your hands and your questions will be answered. This is the opportunity for you to know more about branding and identity. You know, like we've been treating on mindset and personal development from Elizabeth Lucas since the beginning of this program. Once you know your identity, once you know who you are, once you know your purpose, then you are able to brand yourself and create your identity for people to see. But let's listen to Dr. King David to answer the question.
How can I improve on my branding on baking and edible items, which is not really appealing to the general public? Now, fine. When it comes to baking, people will tell you the color they want. Or maybe the first thing that comes to your mind as a baker, ask the person what, if, for example, you are trying to use cake, for example, ask the person what exactly is the function you are requesting this cake for. Is it a naming ceremony? Is it a birthday celebration? Is it for wedding or traditional marriage or for church anniversary? These are the kind of questions because there are certain things that your client need to provide for you before you come up with a concept that fit meet the standard. Now, When you ask that questions and all those questions have been provided, another thing that also need to come to your mind that you have to also ask your client, what is the color of the day? So that while you're doing your design, you don't go off key compared to the color of the day. Ask your client, what is the color of the day, or how many colors do you have for that day? Is it a mixed color or a particular color? Let him give it to you. Then from there, if it is an anniversary, always request the name of the institute or the organization. Or maybe for marriage, then now look at the design you have to go. Do the cake normally, then come up with a design that is very creative. Don't copy and paste to say you are saying design they do at this level, going to do this. Do something original that the person, in fact, you are going to create an everlasting impact in the mind of your client that gave you the job. When you do the design finish, go back again, sit down, ask yourself, are you satisfied with this design? Because sometimes it's just that when you read the book, you're reading for exam, you just feel like you have done with everything. No, you need to think. If I read a book now, just when I do this research work before I come to teach, after I done the research paper, I still go back again. Is there anything I need to add? Or is there anything I need to reduce or remove? Fresh idea will come. You will see that, oh, I've not added this. I've not done this. I will still need to put in. By so doing, you are adding some element. Now, after that, do the packaging very well. Package your kit. Forget about the money the person pay you. What you should after is giving the best, not profit maximization. Even if it costs you to just take $1 as a profit at the end of the day, a better name is very important than to say, I regret in giving you a job. Ensure that the money given to you, you should be able to use the money effectively to get all materials needed and ensure the job is being packaged. Once you have done with it, you first of all use your phone. Most of the time, another thing is we don't know how to market ourselves and to market our brand. If you don't have a better phone, don't just use any Android phone and take pictures that cannot bring out the beauty. This is where you might call someone who have an iPhone or Samsung that the camera is very bright. Please help me come and take pictures of this cake. Come and take pictures of this product and at least do a little content with it and send it to the celebrant. You will look at it, wow, this is amazing. Well done. Take it and send it to them. It's going to be very, very okay. It's going to show appreciation. Now, but in the aspect whereby you are branding or maybe you are baking, it's still local baking, you are not able to improve to a standard. You are going to make mistake. Note, we are living in a competitive era that people don't want to use the same method or what they have been done or what they have been using for some years ago. So don't depend on yourself on a local standard the way you learn. Somebody who will go to a business school and learn fashion design is also different from someone who stay in a local shop and learn the same word, fashion design. The both of them cannot do the same work together. The one that have gone to business school already upgrade his or herself to an international level. So if you want your services, your baking to be an international level, you must first of all upgrade yourself to that level. That means you must learn, undergo some several training, equip yourself with a lot of knowledge, both past, present, and the future, then build your baking skill. When you're not doing the packaging, everything will work well, very smoothly, and easily get what you want. I think I answered your question. So if you want it, listen, and I said that your packaging you're looking at, when you're targeting the packaging, always ensure that you have a unique name. Don't change name as if you don't know what to do. Some people just get to just use one name today and call themselves. Why that name have not been registered with the CAC? If you are trying to look at packaging, first of all, what comes to your mind? Go and register your business name first. When you now register your business name, that becomes your trademark. So that when you use that name for any packaging, you don't change it tomorrow. It becomes your brand. If you are printing a liner which is waterproof or any paper, let your name attached to it. So when you register the name, you cannot think of building your logo, building of your email, official email, your phone number you're going to use, and your home address, which is your office address. All those things require for part of your packaging. So when you do it, it's going to help you. Let me show you something. Amy, come. Give me one envelope here. I want to show you something in my office here. Give me one envelope and give me one folder. The fast. Any of the folder. And give me one file. Yes. Give me an envelope. Now, how many of you can see this? Can we see it? Can we see it?
Yes, we can.
Now, this is my A4 envelope. This A4 envelope, I cannot put any letter from my office and send it to any company with an envelope I bought from the shop or bought from the market. This is my customized envelope to show that anywhere I drop a letter, once the person opens it, he is going to know that this letter comes from social company organization.
Mm-hmm.
Am I communicating?
Yeah.
So now, anything I'm going to do, I'm going to do it and pack it center in this envelope. If I'm sending something to UK today, I'm going to design a carton that bears my name and put all the packaging inside. Once you see it, you know very well that this is from Awedo Institute. Now, another thing, look at this. This is what we call a folder. I think we call it office file. Okay, look at what is with Prof. Are you see what is with Prof? How many of you see the carton that's with Prof? That is it. Do you see what package is all about? It's written in it in UK. Some people does not think of this. That is a brand. Now, this is a folder. Whoever register with us, everybody have their own customized folders in the office, and file is being open for them. Now, why should I decide to enter market? I want to buy file. Then I'll buy a file that does not bear the name of my institute. So I'm using another people's file. Then I must be stupid. So everything I use must able to represent and speak volume for Wedo. That is packaging. So if you are doing a packaging and it does not bear your name, it does not have anything that represents you, you just do a packaging, you use a public waterproof, a public A4 paper or parcel, you are only advertising those people, not your brand. You also notice something. When I invite cameraman to cover my event, I always tell them and say, look, this is my event you are covering. You are not advertising yourself, you're advertising me because I'm paying you for the job. So at the end of the event, while you're sending the picture, you must put a logo and the logo of Wedo Institute for the picture, as if we are the one that take the pictures. If you don't agree, forget about it. You must sign for me. Because at the end, when you take the pictures finished, if I see anything concerning your brand on my picture, you are going to pay for damage. I'm paying you for the service. So I want the pictures, the logo of Wedo, to be for the pictures, not your own brand name, because I'm paying you for that service. That is a brand, and that is packaging. Everything about me is what unique. I'm not just teaching because I want to teach you branding, but I practice everything I say. And it worked for me. And because it has worked for me, it makes me unique compared to others. I don't do the way others do, but I make my own outstanding that no matter how you want to compete with me, I promise you, I bet you, you can't go far with me if you come in this line of business with me, because I'm over ready to ensure that I get to the highest level of it. So for your branding and packaging, pay a little money for any printer, tell them what you want them to do for you, let them design a little thing for you. Now, guess what? My marriage is coming up. And I was discussing with my wife. And I told my wife, I say, look, I'm going to buy water, bottled water, but see the bottled water, just like La Sienne. I don't want that their brand to be for the bottled water. It must be my brand name. And I've gone to the company to negotiate with them. My wedding is coming up, but please, your bottled water, for the sake of this, we called it what we call, I think there's a name they call it, white label partnership. In the business terms, we call it white label partnership. A situation whereby the company will use their own bottle, their product, but the label must come from you. I'm not communicating. The label must come from you. Why do I do this? I understand what we call branding and uniqueness. So everything I do must in line with what I do for myself. My lifestyle, I must represent me. If it does not do that, it's going to affect me. So I want to also say this to you. Why in a business, know that we are living a war, competitions everywhere. People want to see the way you do things and imitate you, copy from you, but you must make yourself unique, even if they copy you. So when they copy you, go back to your inner room, strategize again, and come up with something new. Before they know, they will fall. Thank you.
I'm also learning a lot from this presentation today. It's very, very important, branding and identity. Because like we can assure you that if you take action and you apply what you've learned here, you will not struggle to get clients. You will not struggle to even for stakeholders or the sponsors to see. I mean, like I always tell my students, I mean, my mentees or my leaders around me, I said, the amount of people that watch you, you don't know them. And especially when you advertise yourself on social media, people watch you daily basis, your action, how you're presenting yourself. And that's why I always encourage people. Yes, we give opportunity to many of our great leaders in the world to come and showcase themselves by expressing themselves, even if they have to speak for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But you never know who is going to see you. And that's more reason why the way you present yourself is very, very important in the global platform. And the way you also speak, the way you write, it also matter. The way you organize your event, it's also matter. One of the professor from India always says something to me. He's a very, very busy professor, TPS, if you know him. He travels a lot. He's been a professor. He's gained professorship in science, space, and other things many years ago. When I say many years ago, we're talking about 40 years ago. And then he retired earlier so that he can be walking around, traveling around, and also keep teaching and researching. But he said something on this same platform. He said one of the reasons why he cannot turn down YYCI invitation is because of, number one, the uniqueness of that conference. Because number one, the way I made everybody being invited. And that's one of the reasons, if you notice, I always call your names because we want to appreciate your time. I always appreciate people joining us, even with this masterclass. He said, number one, you make him feel welcomed and entertained. Then number two is respect. I said to my mentees, always respect one another, even if you know the age of that person. Respect is earning. But when you give respect to others, others will give respect to you. It's also part of branding. And then another thing I would like to say as well, when you want to progress in life, branding and identity is very important. And you can also understand the main reason why I always focus on three things. Number one, mindset. Because the level or the state of your mind will determine your beliefs, your actions, your lifestyles, and it will determine the groups that will be attracted to. You hear me saying that your network will determine your net worth. All this thing is still part of the branding that Dr. King is teaching us. Then number two is your personal development. Very important because you can only produce who you are. You can only demonstrate who you are. And once you demonstrate who you are and you know your purpose and your why, you're ready to move on. That is how important this branding and identity is very. Then the third one is, we're talking about the branding. We're talking about the mindset. We're talking about transformation or personal development because you are changing your situation. But the third one is relationship. So your branding and your identity will determine the kind of people, will determine how you relate with others and how others relate with you. Why is it that many of you will say that thousands upon thousands of people are following you? It's not only what you say, it's how you carry yourself, your branding. Why did the people copy you? They don't copy bad things. They copy you because you are doing excellent job out there and they want to imitate you. And the more they copy you, the more you want to improve yourself because you want to be the pioneer of greatness. So that is also very important. So, do we have any question? Because it's 12 o'clock. 2 hours Dr. King has been sharing with us. Maybe he can answer this before he leaves us because we're about to close for today. Can Dr. King David do a review of our research briefly before he leaves? Research is
Okay,
another topic. I've answered Dr. Omotola. King David,
yeah.
you will be able to do research review.
No, you say review. Review is what they sent to me.
Yeah.
So this is what I've done so far. I think Prof can also attest to it. All your job I've edited them.
Yeah.
I've edited them and also worked them. Extracted the abstract from the work.
Okay.
So that have also been formatted in the book of abstract,
Okay.
which that will be printed anywhere from now. So after we done with the conference, we are going to go back again. That is where my team, every one of us, going to make the work empirical before we're going to publish. So at least for now, all your abstract has been reviewed. So what you need to do, we're going to send a Zoom link for you for the conference. Then we also share the timetable program or event so that you know when to hook up.
Okay.
So that once you get to your time, we give you that 5 minutes or 10 minutes, be bold to at least say something you have to say on your research work. They are going to ask you the questions. It was you that brought out the topic, and it is your own research work. So it should not be new things to you. Ensure that you read and study your material and be familiar with what you have written so far. That is it.
Okay. I believe that answers Ambassador Lucas and Dr. Omotola's question. It's not about the review, it's about what next. And I think Ambassador Dr. King David has already given you the answer. He has already given you so many feedbacks. So that is why I said this is not the time for any other review. And he has told you now that you're going to have an opportunity for 5 minutes. So maybe between me and you guys, I think I will advise you to prepare yourself thoroughly. Know what you've written and be ready to present. Always make sure that the gadget you are using is clear. So prepare is a proper preparation for that 5 minutes. So maybe that's what you need to be working on. Know what you've written, know it to your best knowledge. And this 5 minutes is not going to be 10 minutes or 15 minutes, it's 5 minutes. So you have to see what is really keynotes, the core of your presentation paper, research papers, and be ready to deliver the message and deliver your presentation during that time. So I believe that is clear. Ambassador Lucas.
Will I be able to take the other course or we just call it over? I don't know.
Sorry, what did you say, sir?
Would I be able to take the second course or we can call it over? I don't know.
I think I will, because I'm not teaching anymore. I've enjoyed I'm not teaching. So yes, I just need to